Okay, I've woken up to see a load of news has dropped for Season of Discovery. I finally managed to get more than 5 hours sleep since launch, which was really nice. And also apologies if my voice sounds even worse than usual. Your boy is dead. But anyway, let's just hop into the news. There's lots of stuff to cover. First up, you should know that more realms have been added to Season of Discovery. That's because basically the game is absolutely popping and WoW is back. They're just trying to add new realms and make sure that there's enough space for people to play. Something you need to be aware of is that realms will still be getting temporarily locked, as well as factions being temporarily locked. This is to ensure that they can try to get as much faction balance as possible and manage queues and player population per layers that are active on every realm, so that you can actually have some kind of semblance of an enjoyable gameplay experience. Because I'm not gonna lie, launch before they put layers in was something else. It was something else. As an example, on my realm, I'm playing on EU RP PvP Crusader Strike Horde Gang Rise Up Quota. We got 10 layers active at all times, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the same for almost every realm. Even more popular realms probably have longer queues at peak gameplay hours and non-peak gameplay hours. I wouldn't know, because when I logged in yesterday on my realm, I logged in at 7 AM just as I was starting to work, and I didn't log out until the server shut down at 2 AM today. So send help. One of the most important things that there are balance adjustments. So hunters have been nerfed, healing mages have been nerfed, and a few other things as well. I haven't read this yet, so let's just take a look. Over the 24 hours of Season of Discovery, we've made a few discoveries of our own that have resulted in design changes. We expect that most players haven't seen much of this yet, but we want to note it for reference. I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely knew that mages needed to get nerfed because of this thing here. Healing caused by arcane explosion reduced by 80%. We did not intend for mages healing to trivialize content. Literally, you could burst out an arcane explosion, you would do damage, heal, and basically you just stand there and face tank stuff because you can out heal the damage that's incoming. So you just AoE farm with arcane explosion only, then coupled with living flame as well. Pretty sure there are quite a few mage enjoyers out there and enthusiasts who got to experience the just the sheer OP of it all. But there we go, that's been nerfed. Hunters, the explosive shot rune ability has been redesigned and its damage dramatically decreased. Each time it deals damage, it now damages all enemies within 8 yards of the primary target. Chimera shot damage has also been reduced to 85% weapon damage. So when it comes to output, hunters are proving to be an outlier. With these changes, explosive shot will fill the AoE niche, and hunters should still be very strong, no doubt, but also more in line with the output of classes at level 25. Okay, so it's good to see that they are doing some tweaks and things to keep everyone kind of in line, but at the same time, some people are gonna, like classes, not people, some different classes are gonna, and specs are gonna perform better than others at certain roles, and that's just the way it's gonna be. But at least making it so it's not like, okay, everyone play hunter, there's no other damage in the game. You know, we don't want that. Adjustments have been made so that the Ashenvale PvP event, to allow it to start a little bit easier. I noticed on my realm, I think there was 1 or 2 events that popped off yesterday. So please be reminded that there will not be much intrigue here until Ashenvale is teaming with level 25 players. So as far as I'm aware from all the information and interviews since BlizzCon and at BlizzCon, there's just so much stuff to pass through, man. I'm pretty sure that there needs to be a certain amount of faction equality, not just, I think it's either just in the zone itself or actually at that level, say 25, in the server itself, so that it can trigger the events to then have a countdown timer, and then I think it lasts for half an hour and you have to do whatever it is you have to do. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it looks like, and it sounds like it's going to be really fun. Adjustments have been made so that the Ashenvale, I've just read that. Numerous fixes have been made to rune acquisitions to make them less prone to bottlenecking, which is nice because everyone's trying to get a rune at the same time because it's absolutely sick for their class, and then you just stand there not doing anything is 10 out of 10 gameplay. They fixed the bug with Twilight Lord Kelris within Blackfathom Deeps that was causing him to target pets with his abilities too often, including his sleep ability, which should no longer target pets at all. So I guess that's an unintended mechanic, but also to me it sounds like a difficulty nerf, but whatever. Fixed a bug with Akamai's Void Elemental adds that caused their Shadow Bolt Volley ability to deal incorrect damage. I wonder if that was too much damage. They haven't really got into the details there. But going forward, if we need to make changes that will impact gameplay, we'll note them in our usual hotfixes update. We're encouraged to let you guys know any bugs you encounter in the in-game reporter. So it's good to see that they're already on the ball and they're monitoring, you know, outliers of whatever's performing X, Y, and Z, whether it be in leveling content, pain points that people are experiencing whilst they're going up, trying to get runes, or of course encounters in the new Blackfathom Deeps raid. Speaking of the raid, loot has been data mined. If you want to go and see that, go to Wowhead. All the links to all of this stuff is going to be in the description. This is just something for you to be able to listen to or just watch without really watching, you know, the kind of deal. But I'm not going to go into going through spoilers in depth with a fine-tooth comb. One, because I don't really want to know that much myself. I want to figure it out and find out a little bit more naturally than going to read it all firsthand. But also, it's up to everyone, you know. You play the game how you want to play, and everything that you need to know is probably going to be on Wowhead, let's be honest. None of the above. The guild have achieved world first Blackfathom Deeps. I'm not going to play the clip, but it looks like they managed to do it in just under 18 hours. Holy shit. I'm wondering if they were all level 25 or if they went in a little bit earlier and they absolutely slapped it. But big grats to them. Huge achievement, 18 hours. I mean, to go and basically clear tier 1. Big grats. Some people have found out that Gnomeragan itself is inaccessible in phase 1. Players have discovered that you can't even zone into Gnomeragan at all in phase 1 of Season of Discovery. Blizzard have teased that Gnomeragan is going to be a level up raid at BlizzCon, and additionally, Wowhead have data mined weapons from Gnomeragan as well, and other kind of items most likely at this point. So it's quite interesting to see here. I'm not going to hover over any of those data mines or any of that stuff, but one thing to note is that these level up raids are 100% replacing the instance that it's already kind of revamping. So there won't be a normal Gnomeragan for you to go into. As it's a level up raid, it also kind of makes sense that you wouldn't be able to zone into that. I would like to find out if we could go and zone into another dungeon that's like the level appropriate for the next phase. But yeah, it makes complete sense that you couldn't go into the raid ones, because it's a shame, but for example, Scarlet Monastery, that is, for those who don't know, that is 100% now confirmed to be a raid in the next tier. You can't go to Graveyard, you can't go Cathedral, you have to go to the raid. So I suspect that if we try and go in now, I don't think we'll be able to go in, but we'll find out. Again, Gnomeragan raid items have been data mined. I am not going to go any further into that. Professions locked at 150 skill in phase 1. This is something that a lot of people were concerned about, myself included, trying to find out basically, can we get any higher than 150 skill and get certain items, for example, from engineering early? And it looks like we can't. It's 100% now been confirmed that the skill cap is 150. If you was to try and get higher, it says here, it requires you to be level 26. So can't do that until next phase, which is a little bit of a shame, because I was kind of looking forward to trying to push things to the absolute limit. But at the same time, it makes it much easier to kind of just get yourself in a very good position to raid well PvP or PvP itself, and just enjoy this phase and not try and be like, okay, I've done all that stuff and now I need to prepare for the next phase. Of course, at the same time, as I say that sentence, I know in my heart of hearts, I'm going to be preparing for the next phase anyway. So I'll see you in Ashval. The runes for each race and class combination have been discovered so far in Season of Discovery, and as well as runes that exist within the starting zones, and how many there are also on Wowhead. I'm not going to go through this stuff. I'm not going to cover it. I'm not going to spoil it. All the links are down there. If you want to find this information, Wowhead is going to be your one-stop shop, or visit youtube.com/your favorite person to consume content from. We're going all in on Season of Discovery. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm extremely sleep deprived, and I'm just having an absolute blast. I've been streaming loads as well on Twitch and on YouTube, so if you're interested in seeing any of that stuff, you can check it out. Also, I've got a couple of very spicy memes that I have come up with from my experience of launch. and of course through leveling so far. But there'll be plenty more dumb videos for you to enjoy. Like and subscribe for more as usual. Take care, and I'll see you in Ashenvale. Alliance scum.